It's really cold. I'm a state certified driving instructor. We're going to talk about some tips and tricks for beginning drivers. You want to make sure you have at least a half a tank of gas. Our tires are full. We check those. We have windshield washer fluid. It's very cold today, so a lot of things are closed. So we're in the city, and then I'm going to go ahead and reverse out. So we're going to talk about driving in the city, driving in suburban areas. We always want to look around once we back up. Then I'm going to turn hand over hand out. And then I'm going to come out this little gated area, and then here's the main road. So I have to yield and wait for traffic. So we're just going to wait patiently. Look, this could be downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown Dallas, downtown Houston. So we got to be mindful of this and just simply be aware. And I'm rolling up, but there's a lot of traffic. So I'm going to wait. You can always go in the middle lane. I'm going to wait for a gap. The gap is the space. And then I make my turn. There are 3 lanes on both sides, so I'm going to keep my space. Okay, I'm keeping my space and taking my time. In the city areas, you have a lot of people popping up, walking across the street, police coming, homeless people coming. It's a different mindset than when you have in the suburban area or some of the things I normally do. So we got to be more aware of people. If we have more time, we would head to the downtown area. You'll be able to see a lot more. There's a lot of excitement going on. Tampa Bay won, Detroit won, Dallas is out. So a lot of people have a lot of high emotions on this. Then also in the large metropolitan areas such as Detroit, crime is lower because, hey, the city's proud, right? Houston, they're still in. So, hey, how are you? Hopefully everything's going good. What's going on? We're here talking about some winter driving. No school today. A lot of places are closed. So I'm out putting some content together for you guys. So I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Hopefully you're nice and warm. I'm out here driving, showing you some information. I'm in the middle lane. I want to take my time and stay as smooth as possible. The light just changed, so I'm not going to slam brakes. The ground is cold. It's 8 degrees, and you won't be able to stop anyway. So I'm just trying to be that defensive driver, take my time, and be as smooth as possible. Also, a lot of water mains break because the pipes freeze underground, so you really have to be mindful of that also. I've tried to go live as much as possible, talking about defensive driving, cold weather driving, EVs, electric vehicles in driver's ed. So there's a lot of things we can discuss, and to really, when you decide to go out and drive, or if you're learning how to drive, hey, I remember his video. Oh, did I subscribe? Yes. So I'm trying to take my time. We're losing a little bit of space. So I'm just trying to take my time. And I'm trying to keep space. So there's a lane to the left. I'm in the middle lane. There's a lane to the right. And whenever you need to be aware, because certain major roads, you go into different townships, different cities, rules may be different. And of course, you want to keep your car clean because all that salt, in some parts of the country, they use salt on the roads. Other parts, they use sand or slime or a mixture of both. So you need to know that so you can get your vehicle taken care of. So I'm going to keep a lot of space. This is called a pack. We're in a pack of cars. Is car to my right, car in the middle, car to the left. So you want to make sure you have proper insurance, proper license, proper registration, and then you can drive without stress of being pulled over. A lot of people ride so the light already changed, we proceed with caution. The speed limit here is 40. I'm right at 40. So you got to really be focused on your speed. And you can kind of look at people who are kind of maybe slipping or not safe on the road. And we want to be about 40 and try to make most lights. A lot of beginners, I know you see that truck to the right, a lot of beginners will start slowing down. Maintain good speed control. Excuse me. And you want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. And our air pressure, our front driver's side is 33 pounds. Our front passenger is 32. Our rear left and rear right are 31. So they're within the recommended range. And I'm trying to keep space. We're about a little less than half a tank, so we're good here. And this is a good driving tutorial. It teaches you good lane positioning, good speed control. We're on a one-way. We're going northeast. Can all of you say north? N-O-R-T-H, east, E-A-S-T. And we're at about 40 miles per hour. And they're from Florida. So you want to look around and make sure that people are in the lane. They're aware. It's that defensive driving mindset. Trying to maintain good speed. So I'm looking for spaces to make sure everyone is moving. I'm going to get over one lane to the right. My blinker's on for about 4 blinks. You should be able to model the same thing I'm doing. And that car in front of me, I don't know what they're doing. Are they going to make a turn? I'm kind of confused. So I'm keeping space. Because if they suddenly come over, I want to have room. So when you're driving, you've got to look at your whole environment. You can't just start daydreaming and drift off. So you still no blinker. 2, 3, about 3 blinks. That's all you're probably going to get. We're at a slow 37. But these types of drives will prepare you for success. They will teach you the fundamentals of safe driving. And you always have to look around. Oh. Saw what happened almost? These people aren't paying attention. Bro. But you saw what your man did. You have to have that defensive driving mindset. And by me having room, I was able to make a maneuver to the right. You heard the computer control system. But you can't rely on that. That's why you want to have room. And that's real life out there. So I don't know if that truck was tailgating and then they suddenly stopped, but I had room. If I didn't have room, we would have had a rear end collision. So I'm going to get over. I think I'm going to take another expressway and show you some different routes. You got to know more than one way to get where you're going. So we're over here in this area. So let me get you to a different location. I think that's always good. This is a double left turn lane. We're in the outside lane. It's clear. I'm looking. We can turn a red. We got to check traffic. And then I'm going to complete my turn all the way to the right side. Now I'm going to get in the inside lane. I know the light's yellow. I'm not trying to run it. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. And I'm going to come up and stop. And I'm going to stop right here. I want to show you something. You've got to look. If you don't look to the left, you're going to end up pulling out in front of a car, failing your test. So these are driver's education tips and tricks. I'm just looking, waiting. I'm in the inside lane closest to the curb. They're in the outside lane. So I want to show you what I see. So I'm going up. We have a green. I'm going to go in the inside lane, and then I'm going to accelerate through my turn. Then I'm going to get over one lane to the left. This is real driving. I'm going to get over one more, and you're going to see a merge on an expressway. I'm at about 60 coming out, and I'm picking up speed pretty nice. And I'm out there. So that was a pretty good merge. And I'm in the middle lane. This is a 4-lane expressway. Speed limit here is 70. We're in a large metropolitan area. Downtown Houston, downtown Dallas, downtown Chicago, Metro Detroit. They're all pretty much the same in terms of volume and capacity. So we're just trying to maintain good speed. We're at about 65 in the middle lane. Traffic is kind of slowing down again, so you want to keep your space. Traffic's slowing down even more. That Jeep to the left has a really short wheelbase, so you got to be really mindful. That thing could tip over. So vehicles with short wheelbases, you want to take your turn slow. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I want to be around the slow-moving traffic. It depends on your preference and the maneuvers. Ooh, that white GMC up there just cut off a lot. They're cutting off too. That's an erratic lane changer. Yeah, they're in a hurry. They're just changing lanes very rapidly. Trying to be very deliberate, very smooth, taking my time. I'm going to get back over one lane to the right. You see how smooth these lane changes are? We're trying to be very smooth. And I'm going to get over one more lane. These are some of the types of lane changes you're going to be doing when you take your road test. Like this car, I'm not sure what they're doing. Are they half in or half out? So I'm going to get over one lane to the left. People are going pretty fast on here, I'll say that. lane, so I'm squeezing my brake, my blinkers on. I'm going to show you these maneuvers. You've got to look and check traffic. So I got over, now I'm good. Okay, so we're good here. And this is a really sharp curve, so I want to take you through this going in slow and easy. I got to go north. So we're going southwest, now we're going west. And you got to go in slow and easy. Got a lot of signs, regulatory signs, warning signs. Now we're going northwest. And then this is a heavy industrial area. So now you're going to get some industrial driving. All local business traffic, keep to the right. Okay. This could be your downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, Dallas. You're going to get a lot right now. So I'm just trying to take my time. Man, they're doing a lot of work over here. And this is a good area to learn how to drive. Probably third lesson. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. Accelerate through. And we got a lot of signs. A lot of construction. Then I'm going to get over to one more lane and squeeze my brakes. There past the stop line, there we get a mark down. That was pretty intense. There was a lot of traffic, a lot of turns, a lot of maneuvers. You would definitely, if you're with me, you would definitely get overloaded. A lot of traffic, a lot of things going on. All right, so we don't want to be around the semi-truck. We want to keep going. It's a little warm in here. I'm going to cut it down. It's still 6 degrees out here. Got a cover on the light. So you want to look ahead, see what's going on. And I'm squeezing the brake with the ball of my foot. Trying to be really gentle. Now these are newer lights. They're LED lights. We have the yellow strips around them, so they're easier to see. There's a lot of high volume traffic. We look left and right. We proceed. We have broken white lines, so we can change lanes to the right. I'm all the way in the left lane. The yellow barrels for construction, they're always working on this road. A lot of heavy semi-trucks come through here. We're not blaming it on the trucks, but in the winter, there's a freezing and thawing cycle, so water gets into the cracks. It expands and cracks the road. Try to maintain good speed. Be aware. A lot of people trying to make money, but that plow blade is really too big for that Jeep. That's why it's tipped down in the front. So you want to stay away from people who are having those big plow blades. That's probably over 600 pounds on the front. I'm going to make a lane change. And I'm good. I'm scanning left, middle, right. Trying to maintain good speed. Trying to be safe. We have a big truck to the right, so I don't want to be around them. That's a hazardous material carrier. So there's a lot of traffic through here. So that car is cutting off. I have clients who are truck drivers, so we don't want to cut off trucks. We want to maintain good speed. We want to respect what truck drivers do, and they help the whole world get their goods. So We want to give them time. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes. That black car cut off. And you see all this. This is heavy, heavy traffic. I want you to see real life. 1, 2, 3. The first 3 lanes full of semi-trucks. But for a lot of you, you've never seen this many trucks. So we're just trying to stay away from the trucks, not cut them off. We have to go 6 more miles. So we are headed north. Our fuel range is 111 miles. We're getting about 21 miles to the gallon. We're staying consistent. What I want you to do is learn to be consistent. If you're going fast, going slow, you're not really having good fuel economy, and you're presenting a danger. But if you're consistent, you're going to make most lights. See, like our lane is opening up now. Yay. And we're starting to make lights. So you've got to keep your speed up and be consistent. Like this car, they just keep cutting lanes, cutting lanes, cutting lanes. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I'm looking ahead. It is 2 degrees out, so at the windshield, minus 22. Really slow, really easy. And in these large industrial areas, they're bringing materials, goods. There's Amazon. They're across the whole world. I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I want to see the rear of the tires. We don't see a lot of EVs today because it's very cold, and a lot of them are losing range. Our fuel range is about 117 miles to empty. If we had an EV, 117 miles to, range. Speed control is really nice. And if you can learn to get your speed up and stay consistent, you're going to be more likely to make more lights. So what I need you to do is maintain speed, keep space. This area is patrolled by law enforcement too, so you always want to be following the rules, making sure you're in compliance with your state, local, and federal agencies, which we are. The vehicle in the middle lane is a new Ford Bronco. That might be a 2024. Why am I telling you this? It's got a short wheelbase. Might be hard for them to see. So you got to know what types of vehicles are around you. What are their capabilities? I'm going to squeeze my brakes, and we might be able to see this Ford Bronco. It's pretty nice. It's hard top. That is the Sasquatch edition. We're making most lights. We have to pause. It's usually 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So this tells me our speed control is pretty good. They have the lights timed pretty good. They do go through traffic analysis to get the timers right based on traffic. So I'm trying to keep my space in front. Earlier, if you were watching, this truck suddenly stopped and the emergency detector went off. So I'm just trying to be this defensive driver. take my time because we always want to practice defensive driving skills. I drifted out of my lane because I was not looking ahead. So I'm squeezing. A lot of students say, well, how do you know when to slow down? 5, 7 cars. That'll give you a good indication. Everyone's a little bit different. You want to use the ball of your foot. And I want to squeeze my brakes. I want to see the rear of those tires on the ground. So I'm looking around, making sure everything's good, having good lane positioning. We have to go pick up another client. So I decided to show you this from going through a city area, heavy industrial area, cars, trucks. So traffic is moving pretty good. I'm gonna get over the lane to the right. I have to look over my shoulder. So now we have an open lane. We can see in front, we can see to the left, we can see to the right. You have to practice in these types of driving conditions to become a better driver. And if you don't, when you get out here in these conditions, you'll make more mistakes, you'll become very hesitant. Typically, when we're out training clients, they drive anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per lesson. So fuel economy is really important. Good lane positioning. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. I'm not sure what they're doing, so I want to be a defensive driver and get away from them totally. So you always have to have that defensive mindset. Always the defensive mindset. And if you don't have that defensive mindset, you're going to be vulnerable. So I want you to think of reducing vulnerability. We're lifting our foot, and then we're going to start squeezing our brake really easy. All right. And then the stop line is right here. So they're past the stop line. We're going to have another confusing area, so you need to know where you're going. You need to be able to read signs. We're heading north. Scanning left and right. I'm going to get over my lane. Squeeze my brake. Go up to the edge. And I'm going to wait for traffic. I'm going to show you something. You have to be looking to your left. If you don't look, you have to be able to look to your right. So I have a gap. And then I'm going to go all the way over to the right. Looking at a Porsche dealership out here. And then this is an inside lane, so I have to stop. But then I have to go up and look. So I've stopped. And then I'm going to show you this. You have to look. If you don't look and check traffic, you're going to miss traffic. So you have to look. and I'm taking my time. I'm not pulling out in front of a car. That's what beginning drivers will do, and that's one area of failure. So I'm just taking my time. It's clear. Go in the first lane, and then I'm gonna practice making a lane change. I'm gonna look over my shoulder, see that? And now I'm gonna be merging on the expressway. Lanes in, merge left, so we wanna get over. I'm at about 63, the speed limit here is 70. And I'm just checking. And I'm gonna merge out to the first lane, checking my speed and position, that's pretty good. We're at 65. You want an instructor who's gonna explain everything. If you have questions, they allow you. So it says bridge, ISIS before road. So this bridge has a tendency to freeze and then you can spin all over. So we don't want that to happen to us. So we want to be a defensive driver. And then we need to get off at this exit. So I want to see you turn your blinker about now. Saw the car ahead of us. And then we're off the gas. We're at about 55. So this exit, it's multiple lanes. It's very confusing. So I want to show you this. We want to be in the left lane, so our blinker's on. We want to be in the left middle. So we're in the left middle lane. There are 4 lanes. 2 go to the left, 2 go to the right. We're in the left middle lane. When we turn, we'll be to the right side of the road. I'm gonna go in slow. Squeeze brakes. Going real easy. Okay. And I need to make a right turn at the light, so blinkers on. I get all the way over to the right. Just like if I was teaching. And I'm gonna come up and stop. It's red. And I want to look. If I would have turned, I probably would have gotten hit. So I can turn on red. I don't see signs saying I can't. And then I accelerate through. And it says right lane in. So a lot of beginners will stay in that right lane, then you'll get squeezed. Our fuel range is about 112. It's still 9 degrees out. To get over one lane to the right. And I need to make a right turn at this driveway coming up. So I'm looking for a blinker from them. Confusing. Last second. Very confusing. Have your blinker on early. Use your blinker early and often. So now I'm looking for a parking spot. This would be a good parking tutorial. I'm going slow, covering brake. Man, look at all this traffic. Woo. Okay. They're trying to park. I don't have a handicap, so I can't park there. And if you park there, you're going to get your car towed. So we're not even trying to do that. Hand over hand steering wheel to get them in, get them out. So I'm just looking around. Yep, do not even consider parking there. Most people are in the lines. So we want to stay middle right. Oh, I see a parking spot. I don't know if I want to park there though. I'm gonna turn on my right turn signal, and you're gonna see me park within the lines. But I have to reverse because I don't want to hit the curb. Turn the wheel, I'm gonna show you this. I turn the wheel all the way to the left. The rear goes to the left. I'm going to get my car centered. That's what I'm trying to do. It's not too bad, but I want to back up again. And I want to look because I want my car centered properly because I don't want the car to be hit. Now I'm centered properly. Hey. So let's add some closure to the class. We went on a downtown high metropolis area, downtown driving. A lot of people, a lot of cars, a lot of lanes. We took some of the side thoroughfares. We took some main roads through heavy industrial areas. You saw a lot of semi-trucks. I normally don't do that type of driving, but that's going to help you. You have to be a defensive driver. We saw our driver slam brakes. We kept room. We were safe. When you're driving, you have to think of a defensive driving mindset. You have to think of awareness, and you want to be safe. Safety is no accident. Be safe, stay consistent, and think of defensive driving mindsets. You need to be subscribing, you need to be following, you need to click plus, like, all of those things, because I'm putting out more lives. I'll edit it down to smaller chunks where you can look at it, and we're putting together a body of knowledge to help you drive. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach in the Midwest. I want to say thank you. I need you guys to be safe out here. Bye.